In this video, I'm going to discuss why you as a manager or supervisor should take responsibility for yourself and your behaviors to create an environment where your employees can thrive. Expecting excellence from your employees starts with you being excellent in your own behaviors. Blaming others for bad behavior is just another way of deflecting responsibility from yourself. What are the steps that you can take to increase your chances of having good employees that want to perform well? Hi, I'm Matt, and today I'm going to share tips that I've learned over the past 30 years of working with amazing people at every level in the janitorial industry. Taking responsibility for your actions and the processes that you use will improve your chances of having successful employee relationships. Let's talk about it. Have you given up being a good employer yet? If not, don't forget that now you need to give the employee 110% training. You need to set the standards and ensure that they can meet the standard. In our industry, this training should be a minimum of 3 days. By that point, you will know if they get it. Still here? Now you're responsible for maintaining the relationship with the employee. Yes, I said relationship. These are people, and they need and deserve a manager that understands them and is willing to get to know them. Remember, this saying is important. Rules without relationship equal rebellion. Relationships should be developed through initial and ongoing training. If a person is going to be rebellious and difficult during training, they will certainly be worse when you're not around. This, like the interview, is a filter. If you're not feeling it, stop the relationship early. If you haven't caught it yet, this is on you. It is important you recognize a potential systemic issue early. Let's take a look at a few examples and tips on how to deal with them. Number one is being late for work. This is common in all workplaces. Someone shows up 5 minutes late one day and 10 minutes the following week. No big deal, right? Wrong. This type of behavior is a test to see what they can get away with. If they're able to get away with it over and over again, they will find more things that they can get away with. The first time they're late, deliberate but casual, hey, let's make sure that we get to work on time is appropriate. If it happens again, you need to take it seriously and have an official sit down explaining the importance of being on time to work. Refer to your attendance policy in your employee manual and give them a verbal warning. Depending on your policies, the next occurrence can be an official write-up. What you decide to do beyond that is up to your state's laws. But the point is to not let the little things get out of control. You need to have a process for dealing with attendance and tardiness. If you don't, it will become the tip of the iceberg. Number two, not in uniform. This is much like the tardiness and attendance side. I encourage you to write a very clear uniform standard policy. If you require a shirt to wear, then give them a sufficient amount of shirts for their schedule at no cost. If your policy has a damage and return provision, meaning if the shirt is damaged due to neglect or is lost, they have to pay for it, make that very clear before they sign for them. Plan to replace uniforms one time a year or more depending on the position that they're in. I encourage you to have a policy that includes pants, shoes, and hygiene standards. Again, this is not a big thing to ask for, but the reason that we hold employees accountable to this standard is to determine their tendencies to rebel against rules. If you make them buy their uniforms, don't have a uniform standard, or let them get away with an excuse, you're setting yourself up for bigger issues later. With uniform compliance, be strict. If they are out of uniform, send them home. Give them a shirt to wear or send them home for the day, but do not give in and let them get away with it. Third, poor work quality. In our industry, this is often discovered by a customer complaint, not an inspection by you. That's on you. If you're not scheduled to inspect and train your teams regularly, expect complaints. The major factor for complaints is no supervision and zero proactive training of your team. Along with that is your employee not having the correct equipment, tools, and supplies to perform their tasks. No excuses. This is all on you and your lack of commitment to your business and your employees. If you want great employees, you need to be a great boss. Schedule your inspections and training so that you do not have to manage by complaint. Remember that rules without relationship equal rebellion. Your employees don't care about your pain, especially when you only show up when there are issues. In summary, your major employee issues are often caused by your lack of process in posting clear job postings, interviewing, training standards, and supervisory schedules, and your philosophy. If you're having big issues with employees, start with yourself. You are the cause of your employee issues. A mantra I live by is hire slow and fire fast. If you keep bad employees too long, you risk other employees seeing the bad behavior being accepted and them acting the same way or worse. Make good choices in hiring. That's it for this video. If you enjoyed what you just watched, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel.